So I want to make a review, um, I guess kind of a long-term review for this one-up bike rack. I bought this about a year ago. Just recently, I went on a 3,000 mile trip with all four bikes on it in my Toyota Sienna. And the purpose of me buying this was to replace my old four bike Saris rack that I had. It's an old Saris. Reason being because the bikes we have are kind of we're too big for those that old rack tires and lengthwise. I have three e-bikes that I put on their rack. The heaviest one is this Aventon brand Pace 3 or Pace 4, I forget which one it is, but it's about 57, 58 pounds. Let's call it 60 pounds with all the accessories and stuff, size large. And the next one was this Specialized Levo 3. It's about 54 pounds. And then this one, some Trek, FS something plus, whatever, 50 pounds. And then a 35 pound mountain bike on the fourth tray here. Now, when I bought this, I guess I could have bought the Super Duty, but that was just, I think, overkill. The first two racks can carry 65 pounds max. The last two, I talked to the guy at One Up, and he said, even if you bought the Super Duty add-ons, you're still limited to 45 pounds only per tray on the last two. Now you say, oh, what about the 50-pound bike? Well, I asked him about that, and he said, well, that's fine, actually. They're pretty heavy-duty built. Now, it doesn't have that same like slide that there's a metal slide that you can buy and put in here. He said you don't really need to buy that. I mean, they're really well built. And in a 3,000 mile trip, I never took off the bikes the entire time. It was on the van for like 7 days. Through interstate, whatever roads we were on there. As you can see, it's straight. None of it is bent. The only issue that I had before I went on that trip is when you had the four bikes on it, it wobbles up and down quite a bit to where it's hitting the bike, close to the van is hitting the mirror, the back mirror. And another guy on YouTube suggested that you'd put a anti-wobble that you buy at Harbor Freight's like $13. That worked like a charm, actually. It lessened the wobble back and forth quite a bit. And when you're doing like 75, and I was doing like between 75 and 80 most of the time on the interstate coming from Wisconsin, there's a lot of construction, and you'd hit a dip, and that thing would, wobble back and forth. But it didn't wobble as bad when I didn't have that anti-wobble on. Now, when it comes to bike racks like this, if you're looking for a 4-bike rack, they're pretty hard. It's pretty hard to find ones that actually carry heavy bikes. Like the one I can compare to this is the Saris MH modular that they sell. But that thing's really expensive. Like, you're spending another extra $700 something. And the last two racks can only, if you have four bikes on there, it says on their website the last two can only carry 35 pounds max. So 10 pounds less. If you had the 3-bike rack that they have, the last one can carry, I'm pretty sure it said, no, it still said 35, never mind. So, like, if you had, like I do, 3 e-bikes, I guess your next option would be to buy the Velocirax, which, that thing can carry up to like, I think 100 pounds per tray. The only issue with that is storage, and I don't have much storage, and most of the time anyway, I carry that because only me and my son really go mountain biking. So, you know, if you're looking at a 4 bike rack, I would suggest that you go with the heavy duty, first 2, and then just 2 quick rack add-ons. Or if you want, you can look at their website. If you're like not really carrying bikes over 65 pounds, I think this works out perfect. So hopefully that helps you.